Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm Jason Arden, and today for my capstone project, I have Olivia Ciullo, a sophomore education major here at Marywood, and a star player on the basketball team. So, Olivia, can you take me back to starting basketball and explain why you started and what made you continue through and playing at the Division III level?
So I started playing basketball when I was very, very young, like 2, 3 years old. I was outside my house in the driveway with my dad. He was a big basketball guy, so I kind of just found a passion for it at a very young age, and it's just what motivates me every single day. And obviously, I knew out of high school I wanted to continue playing, so here I am at Marywood.
Yeah, have you tried any other sports growing up?
I did. I played soccer for a little bit. I played softball for a little bit, but it was just there came a point where I was like, I just want to focus everything on basketball.
All right, so basketball was your main. You
Yeah,
weren't going to stray away from that at all.
Yeah.
Were in any other sports you played more difficult than basketball in a certain way, or?
I just I don't know, they just weren't for me. Softball was way too slow for me. I just need to be moving all the time. And soccer, I got hurt. I broke my ankle playing, and I was like, I don't want to injure myself for the basketball season. So
Right, that makes sense, yeah.
yeah.
I guess if you think about it, soccer is kind of a bigger version of basketball.
Yeah.
Kind of driving back and down, but
Definitely.
basketball being a small court, you're always moving, running
Yeah.
back and forth. If you were to take the question out to the biggest level, what do you think is the most difficult sport, period?
I feel like that's a very complex question, but I think that everybody has their little niche for everything, and whatever you put your mind to, it could be the most difficult sport if you put that amount of time into it and you make it difficult, because being good and getting better is difficult.
Interesting. Okay, that's an interesting perspective. Yeah. If you were to look at your sport and compare it to other sports, is there a sport that you would say is the most similar to basketball?
Yeah, I would probably say soccer. It's very similar. Obviously, a lot less scoring, but it's kind of just like a court and a field and one ball, and you guys are just driving. I think the driving and kicking and scoring and coming together as a team, it's a system. You need to work together.
Okay, and then the opposite of that, is there a sport that you think is the most different from basketball?
I mean, probably something like tennis is just very different.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I have a picture in my gallery that showcases the similarities between tennis and basketball.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
interesting. But that's the point, I guess, is that I'm trying to make, is that while it looks different, I feel like there's still a lot of similarities between
Yeah.
the different.
Yeah, definitely. I think all sports just kind of have a lot of similarities, no matter what way you look at it.
What kind of similarities would those be, would you say?
I think all sports, a lot of hard work goes into it. It's a mental challenge and a physical challenge, and you have to prepare yourself, and just scoring, no matter what sport it is, you have to score, whatever it may be. But I think there's a lot of similarities.
Yeah, okay, that's valid. Is there a sport that you particularly admire that maybe, other than your own sport, one that you admire?
I enjoy watching football a lot. Kind of just growing up with my family. That was kind of just a thing to do. So I think football, definitely.
Okay, all right. And then you guys, one last question you kind of answered already, but do you agree with my sentiment that every sport kind of has similarities, even if it looks different on the outside?
Oh, definitely. I think sports, people look at sports and it's just this is a sport. They don't look at the true meaning of what goes into it. People show up at our games and it's oh, there's a ball, they're running up the court. They don't think of everything that goes behind there. It's just strategically planned, and that's with every sport. You have to prepare, you have to plan, and you have to go out there and play. And I just think there's a performance level that no matter what sport you have, all athletes just have a mutual respect for each other because they know how much goes into that.
All right. Well, that sounds great to me. Thank you for coming on, Olivia, and thank you for watching. You can check out Olivia's pictures at the gallery display. It opens April 22nd, and it'll be up for a few more weeks. So, again, thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching.